This is a follow-up video to the one that I just done earlier. What I've done is I basically signed this particular print, and now it's had time to sit and dry. So I thought I'd just show you the output and how it looks like close up. I'm using what do you call these, stabilizers, to give a closer view of this. So I've signed it. I'll just show you what goes into the signing of an art print. Here we have on the left side, for me, this is my standard. I think everyone will sign it a little bit differently depending on the artwork itself. But for here, what I've done is I have the 1 to 30, that's the edition number. And the edition number is really for this particular size of artwork. And so you might have a larger size, and so it'll have a different edition number. And what an edition means is the amount of prints, maximum number of prints that you will offer to a client. Here we have the year 2021, because I signed it today. And as opposed to maybe some other artists might actually put the year that the photograph was taken. And in this case, this photograph was taken last year, but it's actually printed this year. So I always put the year in which it was printed. What appears on the certificate of authenticity is actually both dates, the date in which the photograph was taken, excuse me, and the year in which it is printed. Subsequently, in the middle of the photograph, I put the name of the print, and in this case, it's Ian. Ian is actually the model, and the number. I could have used something like number 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, but now I thought I actually just put the file name. It just makes it a little bit easier in terms of locating this particular image. It's not. It has no specific meaning to the actual print itself. It's just really more for record keeping. And finally, on the right hand side, I have my signature. So this is pretty much my standard. Sometimes I might change it. Sometimes I might actually put all of this information on the back of the print, on the flip side. But in this case, I put it on the front. And so so this gives you a little bit of an idea of what goes on when I do a print. And just a bit of information, like the video that I showed before of it printing, I signed that print, and but I put the wrong, say this is here, this is it here. It's identical. It's exactly the same as this one. The only thing that's different about this particular one is that I put the wrong number on it. And so basically this particular print becomes useless. And so I will have to discard it or do something else with it. But basically, because I signed it incorrectly, you can see the number is not the same. This says 4696. Actually, this is a number for another print that I'm doing. But the correct number is actually this number 3671. So this unfortunately will just stay as in my binder. Well, I don't think I'll destroy it, but it'll just stay in my binder. I'll use it for something else. Maybe I'll just write on it or whatever. But basically, and this is a bit of a strange fear that for many photographers, is that when it comes to signing, it's actually quite nerve-wracking, because let's say you have a very large print, like something, like an A2 size, and you're going to sign it. Well, if you sign it incorrectly, you don't want to come back and then erase it. It looks awful. So I used to get really nervous about signing. And sometimes I have screwed up slightly, and then I'll have to modify it with an eraser. And then, but I wasn't so conscious this time. I was rushing a little bit, and so what happened was I signed it, and and I didn't know that was the wrong number until shortly after. And I should mention something else, that with this paper, and I mentioned it before, is that I do like signing the artwork with a pencil versus a marker. And I think there's something sexier, nicer about signing with a pencil. And actually, I think it's a little bit, it damages the print less. I don't know. I don't know for sure about that. But anyway, I'll wrap up here, and I'll post it up onto my YouTube so that people know what, no, nothing actually. Yeah, it's just gonna post it up on YouTube, and maybe onto Facebook. But this is a long video, so I'll probably just post it on YouTube, and then from YouTube I will put the link onto Facebook. Okay, that's it. Thank you.